In June 2021, a 5-year-old girl went missing from the basement while all the family members were in the house. All the investigators and police are clueless about where the little girl vanished. The investigation is still going on. In this video, we will explain a mysterious story of Summer well from her basement. So watch out and take care. Don't miss the end to know the recent updates and actions on this mysterious incident. Summer Wells was a 5-year-old girl. She lived in Hawkins County, Tennessee, with her parents, 3 brothers, and a grandmother. She was the youngest in the family and had blonde hair and blue eyes. Her family also has 8 to 13 dogs on their property. On June 15th, Summer woke up at almost 7:40 a.m. as she had to go with her mom, Candace, to drop her grandmother, Bly, at the Holston Valley Medical Center in Kingsport, Tennessee. Bly's knee was sore, and she had an appointment at 8 a.m. Her father, Donald, had already left the house and gone to work before 7:40 a.m. After dropping Bly at the hospital, Summer and her mother waited outside the hospital in the parking lot. Meanwhile, her mom, Candace, received a call from her friend's son, Hunter, who invited them to hang out at his house. He lived near the hospital, so Summer and her mother went to Hunter's home. After some time, Candace received a call from Summer's grandmother to pick her up. Candace also invited Hunter to accompany them to pick up Grandma from the hospital. So Summer, her mom, and Hunter went to pick her up. After picking up the grandmother, they had to get the prescription filled. But then they came to know the prescription would get ready in 30 minutes. So instead of waiting for the prescription, they decided to go somewhere. When all of them were sitting in the car, Candace received a call from her husband, Donald. He called Candace to remain in touch with his family while at work, which was his usual routine. So instead of waiting in the hospital, Summer's mom decided to take everyone to the Warriors Pass State Park to kill time. On the way to the park, they stopped at 2 locations to buy some snacks and vapes to enjoy at the park. The first stop was at the smoke shop and the second stop was at Hippie House. Summer wanted to swim in the park, so she directly went into the water after reaching there. Her mother and grandmother were sitting and watching her playing. Hunter joins her in the water after some time. Candace made a TikTok video of Summer playing in the water. She was wearing a swimsuit. After spending a good time in the park, they finally decided to return to get the prescription. After they got the prescription, they went to do the groceries. On the way back, they stopped twice to get slushies and did some groceries for about 10 minutes. While Candace and Bly were inside the store for groceries, Summer and Hunter were in the car, and then her mom dropped Hunter at his home. Summer came back home with her mother and grandmother to Beach Creek. Summer got exhausted from swimming and was sleeping on the way back home. According to her mother, Candace, they'd unpacked the groceries. Summer's mother and grandmother were replanting the cactus in the house's backyard. Summer decided to help them. After they were done planting, they washed their hands. Summer's grandmother gave her the candy as a reward. After that, Summer said that she wanted to play with the boys. So her mother walked her to the porch and watched her enter the kitchen. In the kitchen, her brothers were watching TV. So her mother told the boys to take care of Summer until she returned. According to her mother, she returned in 2 minutes and asked the boys about Summer. They said she went downstairs to play with her toys in her room. So she shouted downstairs and called Summer, but she did not hear any answers. She felt that it was unusual that she did not reply. Candace decided to go downstairs to check on her daughter, but she was not there.
And I yelled downstairs for her a couple times, and I didn't get no answer, which was unusual because usually she always answers me. And so I went down there to check, and she was nowhere in sight. She was just gone.
Candace panicked and the first thing she did was to call Donald. He told her to call 911. Eventually, they both called 911. Candace said that she did not sit calmly and went to search for her daughter before the sheriff arrived, but she did not find anything there. Candace was a housewife, while her husband worked outside the house. The house is on Ben Hill Road in Beach Creek. They own a lot of acres, and most of the property consists of lots of trees. At the top of the hill, they have built their home 25 feet away from the white trailer belonging to Summer's grandmother named Bly. Candace went on the truck to search Summer. She sent her sons down to the creek with walkie-talkies and a buck knife. She also went to the neighbor's house to request them to search for her daughter. Don also arrived home before the police. Summer's room also had a back door that opened into the woods. There was a swing back there near the back door. Candace said that she was unsure whether the door was locked. However, it was the only way out. If Summer wanted to go outside or someone kidnapped her, you would have taken her through that door. However, police arrived and they searched for Summer. Their property contains various hills. There were 50 to 60 people who were searching for Summer. Police also brought dogs to search for Summer. They searched till 12:06 a.m. on June 15, 2021. At that time, the TBI issued an alert. On June 16, 2021, at 11 a.m., they officially issued an Amber Alert. It described Summer's hair, height, age, and clothes. Police also took a polygraph test of the parents and grandmother. All of them passed the test. Police could find anything to this date. All the leads finished at the dead ends. They'd also searched some of the neighbors' properties. Some people cooperated, but others refused. However, no suspect has been caught to this date. One of their neighbors, Jody Sue, said that she heard a very creepy, animalistic scream at the time when Summer went missing. She said she and her sons were surveying their property the day when they heard the scream. She described the scream as animalistic, but not from an animal like a dog, etc.
We heard just this animalistic scream.
It wasn't a dog, it wasn't an animal.
So she thought it was suspicious. She was interviewed several times, but the police said it had nothing to do with the case.
She's been interviewed numerous times by not only my agency, but the TBI and FBI, and we don't find anything with that complaint or information related to this case.
On June 26, 2021, the TBI requested help finding the driver of a truck that was seen in the area around the time Summer went missing. The truck was a 1998 to 2000s model red or maroon Toyota. A full bed ladder rack and white buckets were at the back of the truck. They emphasized this person was not a suspect and could have seen something. Now, almost a year later, authorities are still looking for the driver of that truck. Later, at the end of July, the Department of Child Protective Services took custody of 3 sons. In October, a gag order was placed on the case. However, the information is kept hidden anyways. But it's not the first missing case in the family. Her aunt, Rose Marie Bly, was reported missing 5 years before Summer was even born in Polk County, Wisconsin. However, authorities said that the 2 cases weren't linked. Hunter was also investigated and told some different things contradicting Candace's statements. For example, he said that Candace first messaged him in the morning to tell him about their visit to the hospital. That is why he later called her. However, Candace did not mention that in her interview. Similarly, he said that Donald called Candace, and they talked about a strange man roaming on their property. Hunter said that Candace told him the strange man was stalking their kids for a week, and he was stalking them now. However, Donald and Candace both denied this. According to Hunter, Donald was not at work when he called Candace because if he was at work, he did not know about the man at their property who was looking at their kids. Moreover, he said that Candace told him her boys were not alone. Rather, they were with their dad. However, Candace denied saying that. Hunter said they stopped only at one store before going to the park, while Candace said too. According to Candace, they went to the hippie house before going to the park, while Hunters said they went there after swimming. Both the parents also made an appearance in the Dr. Phil show. In the first episode, everything was normal. However, they ended up sitting with the 2 body language experts in the second episode. But during the interview, Candace became emotional, took her mic off, and walked out. Many people thought that it was odd. Summer's father, Don Wells, was arrested on suspicion of driving under the influence. After that, he was arrested again on a violation of probation charge. He is still in jail. At this point, when almost a year has passed, and police and so many different entities have searched Summer almost everywhere, there are still no usable leads. However, Detective John Prude, who leads the investigation of Summer's disappearance case, said that he would not give up and his days are devoted to finding Summer. Now we have reached the end of this video. If you liked the video, please give us a huge thumbs up. Subscribe for more crime stories. Would you like to say something about the case? Join the conversation in the comments.